Let's go. My name's Dan Giesling, and welcome to our first look at Oxygen Not Included. What is Oxygen Not Included? Oxygen Not Included is, think of like a side view version of Rimworld mixed with a little Fallout Shelter. It is a space colony building game. I've played about 20 minutes just to get a feel for it, and it's pretty interesting. Definitely brings some unique things to the genre, and kind of feels very similar to Rimworld. In case you recognize the art style, this is by Klei, and you may be familiar with some of their previous games like Don't Starve. But nonetheless, we're going to jump in, give this the old college try. I'm excited to check it out because I really had a good time with Rimworld, and I think this is Rimworld's such a unique game on its own 2 feet, and this takes a lot of the fun things about Rimworld and puts a little spin on it. I'm just laughing right off the bat. Name your colony. Dump. I think we're going to leave it as that. So right away, you're given a crew of 3 people. You could shuffle these individuals up. You could rename them, which we are going to do. We're going to name him Kanye. We're going to name him, we'll name her Yeezy, and we'll name him, name him Dan. He's got that coiffed hair. But each person's got individual attributes that are either harmful or beneficial for the colony. In this case, Kanye's not very athletic. We're gonna shuffle him up. This is more like Kanye. He's very creative. All right. So it looks like there's a wide range of stats: athletics, cooking, digging, medicine, tinkering. Tells you everything that it does. This actually, you should probably learn this. Doubles a duplicant's movement speed. Food, digging, self-explanatory. Tinkering, efficiency when operating machines, construction, creativity, affects the speed and quality of a duplicant's artistic creations, learning, and strength. Very cool. And much like Rimworld, there's some unique traits to go with the attributes. Amphibious, gastrophobia. Got it. Okay, so it's cool. So you get a chance to see this. You can move quickly underwater as they do on land. Gastrophobia. The duplicate has an unshakable fear of kitchens and the culinary arts, so he can't cook. Uncultured. No appreciation for the finer things. Yokel. What is a yokel? Isn't the brightest star in the sky. And Dan. Amphibious and narcoleptic. Can fall asleep anytime, any place. That's not like me. Nonetheless, this Kanye once had dreams of becoming a doctor, but sadly he's averse to the sight of blood. Anyways, we're going to jump in. We got our crew here. Let's show off some aspects of the game. This is an early alpha, so, I have no idea how deep this is and, what kind of bugs you're going to run into, but it's playable, and it's in the 30 minutes it was enough to say, hey, this is warranted and shown off the channel. Anyways, here we go. Your crew is awoken miles beneath the surface of an unfamiliar terrestrial body. Oddly, they have no recollection of how they got there. Might be best to start digging. All right, so here we go. As you can tell, the HUD is kind of like a mix between Rimworld and Prison Architect. So you got all your things you can build here, and you've got your actions here up in the left corner. It's all pretty much self-explanatory. Population, stress levels, and our calories available. And then, very much similar to the Rimworld job deal, you can check people's vitals. It looks like you can change your caloric intake, reports, and research. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. Basic controls, pretty straightforward. WASD, colony management, pretty straightforward. So what we want to start to do is dig out an area that we can call home. So let's go ahead and we're going to take our dig tool, and we're going to try and level off this area here. And we'll dig this area out as well. The other thing you're able to do is you can go straight up and get to different levels, and see, like right here, probably going to want to get to this copper. So let's go ahead. We'll set these individuals to work here. Colonies require toilets. Your duplicates have nowhere to relieve themselves. So while they're doing that, we can now build our outhouse. Where do we want to put that? Maybe in this corner over here when we get to that point, away from our main base here. So a couple other things we got here. There's our ration box. One of the things I haven't wrapped my head around yet, which is the title of the game, is really looking into where you're able to breathe and where you're not able to breathe. So let's just see if we can learn this here. Pretty straightforward. A heat map of where we're able to breathe. So if we were to dig down here, we have to come up with some sort of device or filtration system to get down there. Both of which I'm unsure of. Dan, what are you doing there? Working with Kanye, leaving Yeezy by themselves. That's okay. Alright, good. So as they dig, let's go ahead and a couple of things. We have some decor, and which will increase their individuals' moods. Furniture, pretty straightforward. Massage table, okay. So we should probably set up our sleeping area first. My only thing is I hope they can walk to the left and right of it, which we'll keep it tight right there. Put our 3 beds there. And you'll see, so much like Rimmers, you can't really tell someone to get to work on this. You can change their job and indicate what you'd like them to work at, but you can't physically send them on task, much like in Prison Architect, like you can do in Prison Architect. Alright, so we're getting our beds together. Let's go ahead, and in the meantime, let's get our outhouse down here. Kind of put it out of the way. Alright, so these guys are all done, so let us water. I don't know how we can use this yet, but I haven't figured that out. I haven't got that far. But let's go ahead and we'll go start to build a ladder up there. Alright, good. So as they do that, I think we're going to continue to dig this. And their radius or range in which they can dig is, I believe, 2 up. So 2 in any direction can kind of get you to that point. So for us, looks like we're heavily working on this. Let's go down 2 while we're at it. Why the heck not? And let's get into some of this. We can harvest some deal with this plant. This looks like water, right? No, it's just oxygen. Okay. So while they're doing that, let's go ahead and build ourselves a nice ladder moving like so. Continue to build this up. I wonder if can we stack this? We can. All right, pretty straightforward. The graphics and kind of the HUD are oddly satisfying, especially with the sound effects. But okay, so we've got 2 layers here. Why are they not able to do that? It's unreachable. Why is that? It's barely breathable. So let's go ahead and converts. What does that say? Converts algae into oxygen. How do we know what's in here? So if we go to, let's take a look at oxygen overlay. It's barely breathable. So I guess if we put this here, does that automatically make it, or does there have to be algae in the area? But it says it's breathable. Put it there nonetheless. Unassigned. So let's go ahead and give that to Kanye, give that to myself, and give that to Yeezy. I wonder if this blocks, if they're able to walk past this. One might think you're able to. If not, we're going to find out. That it wouldn't make sense for them not to be able to walk by that. Alright, so our guys are working. Let's actually speed this up here a little bit. Okay, they're working on that. I like it. Okay, couple other things here. We can harvest some plants here. I don't even know what this is. Bristle blossom. You can harvest it 5 times. Buried muck root and bristle. So let's harvest this stuff. So tea harvest. Looks like that's the only one we can harvest. So let's dig up the other stuff here then. And keep after it. Alright, so it looks like we'll go ahead and slow this stuff down. Colony requires toilets. Why can't we get to this point? So let's calm ourselves. And we're going to have to dig out a toilet bowl area. So let's go ahead and we're going to come over here. We're going to cancel that build. And then we'll put our turlet down here. Because who doesn't like going down the stairs just to drop a few deals off? Alright, where's our plumbing? And we'll go put an outhouse right there, right next to the prickly pear. Sweep it up. Dig that up. Okay, cool. A prickly invasive weed that can be dug up and domesticated. Some find it quite pleasing to the eye. I don't particularly find weeds appeasing to the eye, but hey, look, if I was trapped inside an asteroid or what have you, I guess we'd all have our own issues. Alright, so we should probably start sweeping this stuff up. Alright, good. Colony requires toilets, so they're working on the singular toilet. I like it. Sweep this stuff up. Kanye's working on that. Good. So I would like to see them continue to dig this up so we can get some of that copper. I'm feeling that copper is going to be pretty important for us. But as we press on, what is this? Consumable ore. Okay. Okay. Let's go here. What else? What is this? Cultivatable soil. Well, how about this? This is just some little next level strat. So if you have a turlet here, automatic fertilization here, you can kind of see where I'm headed with this one. What is this stuff? Millwood seed. And move stuff into storage. So if we pick this stuff up, we don't have a storage facility as of yet, which is clearly a large mistake. So let's go ahead and put the storage unit there. Because it's in the centralized unit. Good. So we'll speed things up here. Everyone's busy working. We have our toilet. Duplicate movement. I like it. Let's go full speed ahead. Looks like we unlocked something else here. Pneumatic door. Encloses rooms without blocking the flow of gas or liquid. Tile. Uses wall and floor to tile build room. Straightforward. What else? Oxygen. We're here. Power. Food ration box. Stores a small amount of food. Plumbing. We're good. Refinement. Nothing yet. Medicine. Medical cot. Stations. Can't build yet. Furniture. Massage table. Floor lamp. And decor. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, okay. So the red areas means it's not highly desirable yet. So let's put a nice flower vase right there. Colony requires a food source. Your colony will exhaust their food if they don't find a steady food source. Okay. So let's go into the food situation. Stores a random amount of food, but does it create food? No, you just store food. So that's not going to help us there. So we need to do some harvestation here, I'm guessing. I guess my question is, how the heck do we grow food? Micro pusher. What do we need to this? We need raw metals to make this. Got it. Okay, so let's see if we can... Is there raw metal? This is all copper, coal, fertilizer. I kind of like all the different... Man, there's a wide range of facilities here. What is that? Raw metal. That's what we need right here. Oh, it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter what kind. Okay, good. So let's press on here. This is kind of a cool game. A lot of the fun in this, especially early on, is the discovery, right? I have no clue what... I mean, I have a general idea of what we're doing, but I don't know all the intricacies. And, oh, Dan, don't you know that copper can be blended into fine Duracell magazines? I don't. But we're about to find out. Who's our sweeper? Relevant abilities. Huh. I would like to see someone do that, but... Oh, that's cool. I like how... So it highlights what they're best at. So Yeezy needs to get sweeping here. I'd like to know how to prioritize this. Whoops. I guess everyone does everything for now. Nonetheless. Alright, so we're waiting on some more metal here. Skill increase. Hard work and repetition have improved this duplicate skill. Yeezy digging is now at 1. Nicely done. Okay, so let's go ahead and start digging out this copper repository here. What else? Ooh, that looks dangerous up there. All right, so we're in business. Okay, we got ourselves something just unlocked. Tiny battery. There we go. Micro musher. Produces low quality food for duplicates. Alright, where do we want to put this thing? Not near the outhouse. We can put it up here. We're going to need some sort of power generator. What that How we're going to do that? I think we're going to make one of those. Let's take a look at this. Cycle 1 report ready. Let's take a look at this. Cycle 1. How do we do here? Oxygen generated. None. Removed 136. So we're net down there. We're killing our calories. Stress change. Removed. So this means your colony's stress has decreased by 59%. That's good. Travel time's fine. Idle time's very good. Okay, not a bad thing. So slowly, it looks kind of daunting. And for me, I'm like, man, there's a lot of stuff going on here. All these kilograms. But just take it one step at a time. That's what I tell myself. That's what we're doing. All right, so cycle 1, a.k.a. day 1, apparently is over. I don't know if there's traditional days here or not, but I guess that's why they call them cycles. So while they're doing that, let's go ahead and see what we can do from a power standpoint. All right. We'll go ahead and build a manual generator right here. Did we already build this? Disable building. Yeah, we don't want that running just yet. All right, good. So as they press on, so we're going to work on this manual generator to power the micro musher. Insufficient oxygen generation. Your colony has produced 0 kilograms of oxygen. How can we make oxygen? Got it. So right now, that's our only way. So we should probably turn this thing on. This is kind of bugging me right here. They need to be harvesting and collecting that stuff right now. Okay, good. Let's slow things down here for half a second. Fetching water. Understanding water fetching. Duplicants will seek out and collect water and other liquids up to 2 tiles away and deliver it to buildings. Okay. What is he doing? Printing pod. Dirty hands, grimy, full bladder. Well, feel free to use our restroom. Alright, so they're eating. Let's get this situated here. Lice loaf. Meal lice compacted in a dense, immobile loaf. What do we need for this? Or mush bar. May cause diarrhea. No thank you. We'll fabricate a bunch of those. The issue is, though, we currently don't have power. And what does this say? No wire connected. So let's go ahead and we'll go into our power here. And we'll go... Oh, that creates 400. Can we store some of that? Right here. Alright. We'll see how this works. This is cool, man. This is good stuff. Alright, so Yeezy's working on that. We'll speed them up a little bit. Skill increase is good. They need to start working on... Oh, he's going to the bathroom. They're chomping. They're legit chomping. We got to get our food situation taken care of. Storage not allocated. That's why. Store everything there. That's why they weren't doing it. Okay, well, see, Dan, the problem was you. It wasn't the duplicants. Well, I suppose you're right. Battery threshold. How do we get someone working in here? Manual generator. Energy details. How do we get someone in there? I'm guessing we should put some priority there, huh? If we go to jobs... Actually, what about this? What if we prioritize, actually? Bumps a task up or down. Ooh. Drag to prioritize. Set priority 5. I want to bring that to a 1. There we go. That's a nice take on that. Okay, let's turn our priority off, though. Okay, so they're storing goods and services, but... Excuse me. I set your #1 priority on getting that wire. Awaiting material delivery. Ah. Okay, so we're going to have to tell them to sweep that stuff up. One might think, hey, you wouldn't have to tell them to grab a valuable deal, but like that so we can get our power going. But nonetheless, we're plugging along, man. The dump is getting it done. All right, good. Good stuff. Continue to fill that up. Okay, so our copper ore is there. Let's see what the status is real quick. What's going on here? How do we get our... Excuse me. Didn't we... Electrical wires should be there, but it's not done yet. Alright, we'll let them do their thing. Look, I'm not going to force you to do something you guys don't want to do. But it seems like they really prioritize digging over building. Let's pause for a second, get ourselves together. Plant that briar seed here. What does it say? No power. No power consumers. What I don't know is why we can't... Why that wire is no... There's no priority on that wire. Also, does it say... Whoops, there we go. Well, see, Dan, don't you know a #1 priority is the least important? Yeah, in what world does that happen? Apparently this one. But we're okay. So now we know. So they should get... There we go. You build those wires through the wire. Mealwood. You limit through the walls. Oh, Dan, that's not how the song goes. Whoa. Okay, now we need to calm ourselves here. Dan's hitting the treadmill. Insufficient resources. Meal, lice, and water. Can we make mush? Cancel all those. What do we need? We need dirt and water. Okay. We'll get some dirt then, I suppose. And then, I guess the one thing I don't understand is, well, Dan, you certainly don't understand a lot of things. Well, look, I can't disagree with you on that. How do we get water? How do we harvest this? Well, geez, Dan, did you read the liquid deal? How to get liquid? Actually, I did. But what are you just going to do, pick it up with your bare hands? We're going to need some sort of orifice. Slide it in the DMs. Okay, let's see what's going on here real quick. No wire connected. If you could feel how my face felt, you would know how Mace felt. Thank God I ain't too cool for the safe belt. Through the wire. There we go. Okay, now we're still... Okay, so here's the difference. How do we get said water? Refinement. Compost? Nope. Medici? Nope. Research station, supercomputer. I guess we could make a research station, but I'd really would prefer to get our oxygen situation together. Let's take a look at our oxygen overlay. Breathable gas. Converts algae into oxygen. Is there like an algae? What the heck? Liquid plumbing, gas plumbing. I mean, how... Barely breathable. That's what I don't... Okay, using algae emitting oxygen. Okay, good. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so we're thinking it... We're a little bit... thinking it a little too tight. So I guess there's algae everywhere, more or less. Oh no, Dan, why would there be algae everywhere? I don't know. I'm just rolling with that statement, whether it's true or not. Becomes idle when the room enters maximum air pressure. Okay. So I guess we could... Where do we want to build another one? Very breathable, barely breathable. Let's probably put another one right here. Alright, we're going to also have to run some power to it. There we go. And we'll prioritize that with the 9s. Excuse me. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so as things are progressing here, we're definitely, let's calm ourselves here. Are we generating? We are generating oxygen. We're not making food because we need said water. So we'll make this a 9. Oh, damn, if you make everything a 9, then nothing is truly a priority. Well, we'll see what happens here on day 2. This is fun, though. This game's got me. It's got my attention. We're just getting started here. Okay, let's see. It's got a hint of Fallout Shelter to it. I know that may not make a whole lot of sense, but maybe just a perspective. I mean, that's one thing for sure, but how do we harvest this water? Can't harvest water. Ooh, mop up the water. Oh, don't die. Are they gonna die? Mop pending, unreachable. Holding breath, get them out of there. That's the worst possible time. They're gonna die. Why would they sleep underwater? Yeah, you guys better work. You better work. Mop up this water. Okay, I see with that amiibo life. Alright, so Kanye, Dan, and Yeezy going to work here. Oh, Dan, Kanye, and Yeezy are the same person? Well, if that's the case, I'd like to see our day 2 report here. Still burning through a lot of oxygen, but the good news is we're making some. This has a little bit of a, I don't know why, but the city finances of Sim City, that's what this reminds me of right here. Calories, we're burning through our food like it's no one's business. Stress is decreased, that's good. Idle time's good, travel time's good, good. All right. So what I would prefer is that these individuals prioritize this suction of water so we can hopefully at least see what it looks like to make some food. Oh, we're making it. There's no way it takes that long to make a mush bar. Perhaps it does. What do I know? But I'm really interested in this mush bar. No power. This holds nothing. Power available. Very little. Let's just make sure that it's connected. Well. Oh, Danny, sure you want to... You play this game, you can't even connect the wires. Look, man, we're learning, all right? I hear you in the comments. Oh, Dan, at 23:17 of this video, you certainly missed a chance to min-max the meta. Well, I'm not mad at you. I just wanted to get our mush bar made. Does it show the progress of the mush? Awaiting material delivery. There we go. We're gonna mop all this. Get mopped, son. I was gonna say, what sort of mechanic or what sort of, how are they gonna introduce moving liquid? But it makes sense to me. Roger Wilco style. There's the mush. We've made the mush. Man, we've got a lot going here. We've got 3 beds. Anything? Did we unlock anything new? Floor that we could make a research deal, but let's do that so we can see what that looks like here. Research station. It's gonna also need some power. We'll throw that in the corner. All right, good. So as they work away, our colonies, I don't want to say it's flourishing, but it's not bad. Or we've got some power issues. Dan, you're just one short of a baker's dozen. Well, maybe because it's not prioritized. Alright. So you can kind of, I guess it's similar to Rimworld. You can influence what's being built. You can't guarantee that that's the case, but why is this not working? So you would think that this would be running as is. Does this mean it can store that much? Let's look into this. Power stored, potential power consumed. Details. Power stored, power produced, potential power consumed. Total amount of power that can be used by this circuit if all connected buildings are active. Looks like it's full to me. What I don't understand is if there's power here, why is this not running this? No fabrications. You get that mush life going. What's going on here? New duplicates available? Select a DNA blueprint. B, Pierre, and May. So you get to choose what we need. We need some athletic individuals. So we're going to rename May to Bay. Welcome aboard. Cool. All right, so I was going to say, how would they get new colonists here? But apparently that just answered itself. Oh, looks like this is working sporadically. Breathable gas. I think we're handling our business here. Bay's working the machine. I'll tell you what, this has got a chance. This is a really interesting game. I think we've had a chance to look at not everything, but a couple things not on the docket. We didn't get our chance. Let's get our research built here so we can at least see what's going on in that world. But when everything's a priority, nothing's a priority. Except for Yeezy. Insufficient. So, looks like we're oxygen deficient. So, we would need something else. Someone else to make power. So that's working. That's... Okay, so our stuff's working. It just is what it is. Oh, Bay doesn't have a bed? I'm sorry. Sorry, my friend. She's gonna have to go in the... She's going in the barracks. Alright. I do want to see what the research tree looks like. Hopefully they can prioritize it here. Sand filtration. Bay's working on it. So my guess is we need to build a bunch more of these. Question is where, though? Okay, this needs power. Let's run a little bit of power to it. Oh, Dan, you're going to have to prioritize that. Well, let's do it. There we go. Okay, good. All right, so I just wanted to see what this looks like. So let's see what's down the road for this game. So you have farming tech. Recycles carbon dioxide into a small amount of oxygen. Compost. Planter box. You get to fine dining, insulation, gas piping, liquid piping, power reg, advanced filtration, med base, sanitation, or sanitarium. Okay, well, a lot of interesting stuff down the road. It definitely does have a Rimmers type feel, Rimworld type feel. Abyssalite. But it's fun, man. This is cool. It's a unique spin on the space colony building simulator. And yeah, it's cool. So it's not out yet. It's in early alpha. You can you can buy it for early access. It's $19.99 through Klei. I'll put a link in the description below. It is worth noting this is in early alpha. But it's fun nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, clicking the like button helps out a great deal. And as always, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. And I'll see you guys next time.